Trade recaps for Wednesday, 31st of October. The first one here is AEZS. Very difficult stock to trade today. Pretty difficult to read, pretty choppy action. As you can see, a lot of entries, exits, getting chopped up. Mixture really, did some good stuff, did some bad stuff. Overall, red on the name on both sides. So I'll take you back through the story of how I traded this stock. So first of all, morning spike, picked this one up on the momentum scanner. Big morning rip from previous close 1.3, up to 2.1. Had a look at the daily chart and a bit of resistance in here at 226. Resistance in here at 2.05, and then another one way up here. So watching these levels as it came in, we got that morning rip into that resistance level, pull back. So I looked to get short into that bounce with a starter size, added some more after it failed on this candle, and then took some off just to sort of lock in the partial gains, reduce the risk. When it bounced back up, I added some more on, took some more off, so was trading it pretty well at the first part here, looking for this eventual fade down. Got another add on here, and then as it pushed up, I covered half and then covered the next half after it sort of started to hold VWAP and grind up. Then, so first trade, pretty happy with it. So then, after it failed to break out through high of day here and pull back, I got short again for the for the backside. Now the problem is it was a pretty poor entry, big chase, and it did come back up. So good thing here is I didn't start adding to this loser. So I did cover stop out on this position here and here because it wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. It pushed up again. I took another short here, which was a mistake really. It was for the kind of the high of day rejection. This at this point you want to be. I think I want to be avoiding the short. It's not the backside anymore. It's breaking a high of day. Why would I short it? Stupid thing to do. So good thing is I did stop out here and here, and then this is where I got a bit confused because it pulled back and I'm thinking, okay, now it's a good long, pulling back into the high of day as support. So I went long, but stopped out of that one. I think in here I got short again. So it's basically now, I'm switching sides. So this is where I start to get pretty confused. So I've played the short. I've switched to a long for this hold of this high of day. It's failed, so I've gone back in short. I got a little bit spooked out with this bounce, so I got covered some, and then after it failed, I thought, I am right. This is a bounce. This is a risk. Let's play for the backside. So I shorted a lot more size in here, got up to full size, and then covered quarter, another quarter, and tried to be patient with the rest. So at this point, I've locked in some on the trade. I've set my risk just above up here, for just above the high of day, and I'm letting it run, trying to be patient with the winner. I leave the screens at this time, and then come back to the screens. So when I came back, it was actually just about here, 1:30. I took my stop off because I just didn't want to be shaken out of this move, which I was quite rightly on because exactly what happened. It did do that huge stuff at that high day breakout level. After I saw that, I added some more short and then covered quarter, another quarter there. So 3/4 size into this wash, which was great. Made back these losses here. Held on to the last quarter with a stop at break even, just under break even up here, and got stopped out. So a bit of a mixed bag with that one. Some good stuff at the start, some good stuff at the end, and some pretty ugly stuff in the middle. Next trade was JONE. JONE downtrending chart. Every time it sort of spikes, it tends to give back its gains. So it's the sort of chart I like to see. Took a short here, trying to just get, you know, trying to short just after the top out here. It's tricky because it's SSR, so it's hard to get that good entry. So shorted here with a very tight risk high of day, which stopped out, small loss, sort of paper cut type stuff. And then this is something that I do find myself doing. I instantly stop out and think, oh, you know what? I think I was right, and I jump back in. Now on this occasion, it was a tiny position, and I didn't stop out here, and then I added more here. Now this add here took me to full size. I was carrying this previous starter size up, so my average was pretty poor. But you know, it did work out because it was the top and it pulled back. I got the washout and I made profits on the trade. The problem with this is, you know, if you carry up a loss with a poor average, you find yourself covering too quickly into that first wash. So if that hadn't been on, this was my starter size or get to full size around this area, I wouldn't be covering here. You know, I'd be waiting a bit more patient with that. So it just goes to show you've got, you know, you're better off just stopping out with your, if it doesn't work out, and then look for another better entry instead of holding on and adding to that loser. Something that, you know, I do struggle with, and this is the front side of the move, something I'm trying to avoid. So I'm still getting caught up in that. It is difficult with SSR because once you hit the backside, you just can't get a fill. So you've got to look out for that. Anyway, the trade turned out to be the biggest of my winners today, you know, with these two really nice covers down here. Last trade was TNXP. This one I took out the gate. It was a nice sort of gap up, previous resistance at this level. Didn't do anything straight out of the gate. I let it do what it wanted to do, so it instantly tanked from 0.97 down to 0.87, so sort of 10% pull down here, and had a very strong bounce back up. And I was watching it closely here, thinking I might do a short with a pre-market high risk level, but it didn't get up there. It instantly dropped back down, so I took a short, risking this kind of one area. Instantly went my way, took a quarter off, another quarter into that big wash there, and then let the rest run. Another quarter here, another quarter here. So a nice winner here. This was actually my first trade of the day, and I did notice that I didn't play nowhere near enough size on this one, so I did up my sizing on the next few. So this would have actually been probably a much better winner in terms of P&L if I played my position size correctly. So not a bad day overall. Biggest mistakes are probably, you know, the AEZS long in here and this short, so this grind area. You know, after it's failed to do what I think it will, I'm better off just cutting the trade and leaving it alone for a little while. I'll take those points forward for tomorrow and hopefully progress. Cheers.